Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome to 2025. So last year, I embarked on a journey to enhance my well-being and explored multiple tools and practices. Some were transformative, while others were more like a waste of time. In this video, I'm going to rank all the practices that I've tried so far so that you can skip the fluff and focus on what really works in your personal growth journey. If you're new here, I'm Tanya and I help people understand themselves better so that they can find confidence, clarity, and purpose. In this video, I'll be very honest about the self-help practices that have really helped me and the ones that I'll be leaving behind. I'll be using a tier system to rank all the practices that I've tried in 2024. If you're not familiar with how it works, let me explain. The S tier is the absolute game changers, practices that really transformed my year. Then we have A tier for the things that were really effective but not life-changing. B tier is for practices that were helpful but had limited impact. And then finally we have C tier, which is practices that either didn't work for me or I felt were overhyped. Let's start with the most common one, which is journaling. But not just any journaling, I focus on a very specific type of gratitude journaling. Writing down 3 things that I'm grateful for at the end of every day completely shifted my mindset. It wasn't about toxic positivity, but more about finding small wins even on the hardest days. The second one is habit tracking apps. Habit tracking apps are great, but they didn't have the same deep impact as journaling. I've used this app called Structured. It helped me stay consistent with my daily habits. It did keep me accountable, but at times I missed the deep reflective element of other practices. So for now, I'm not really into habit tracking apps because I find it to be a little counterproductive since I'm also trying to cut down my screen time. Habit tracking apps are in B tier for me. Proof bank. I'm adding Proof Bank to A tier. So basically, I created a folder of positive feedback, wins, or moments of validation. Whenever I faced some kind of self-doubt, I visited this folder and it reminded me of my worth. It was like a tool for combating imposter syndrome in the beginning, and it really helped with my self-esteem. Let's move to cold showers. I know people swear by them, but they didn't bring me this massive boost of energy or mental clarity that everyone talks about. In fact, it felt kind of uncomfortable and I never really quite got used to the cold. In fact, I even caught cold a few times. So cold showers definitely landed in C tier for me. Fifth is mindful breathing or pranayam. Now there are multiple apps in the market for you to explore mindful breathing. I personally practice pranayam, which is a more structured form of breath work. It has set durations, patterns, and rhythms to control your breath. Just 5 minutes of focused breathing makes me calmer, more focused, and more connected to my body. It's a very easy practice to squeeze in even on a busy day. So mindful breathing and pranayam, A tier. Now that we've talked about pranayam, let's move to yoga and exercises. Yoga and exercise are absolute S tier practices for me because they have completely transformed my body and my mind. Physically, it boosted my energy and overall health, but the real magic was in the mental clarity and the emotional balance that they brought. Yoga became my go-to for calming anxiety and finding focus, while exercise was the ultimate stress reliever. Next, we have self-help books. Reading self-improvement books was a solid habit, but I'll be honest, some of them were either too repetitive or didn't quite feel relevant to me. The most helpful were the ones focused on mindset shifts, and I've become a huge fan of Brené Brown's work. So A tier for self-help books. Now comes decluttering. Decluttering was a nice practice for mental and physical space, but I didn't notice a huge long-lasting impact. It was great for creating an organized environment, but it didn't bring me the lasting peace that I've expected. So decluttering is D tier. Mind dump or brain dump, you can use it either way, is the practice of writing down all your thoughts to clear your mind. It was helpful at times, but honestly, it wasn't something I made into a daily habit. I thought it was great in the moment, but I didn't always follow through with it. So mind dump goes in B tier. Last but not the least, waking up at 5 a.m. I tried waking up at 5 a.m. for a week, thinking it will make me more productive, but I realized I'm just not an early morning person. I would rather stay up late at night. I work better with minimum 8 hours of proper sleep. I'm definitely leaving this practice behind. So waking up at 5 a.m. goes to C tier. Remember, there is no one-size-fits-all when it comes to personal growth. What worked for me might not work for you, and that's okay. The key is to try out different tools, stay consistent, and focus on what resonates with you. Now I'd like to hear from you. What are your S-tier self-help practices that you'll continue this year, or what did not quite make the cut? Drop a comment below and let's chat about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out any personal growth content. Let's make 2025 the year we focus on what really works. I'll see you next time. Bye.